The Voynich manuscript is the book's usual name. It is famous for two clear facts. First, it is old. Second, no one has read its script with confidence. It dates to the early 15th century by tests. Radiocarbon dating places its parchment to about 1404 to 1438. Its first known more modern owner was Georg Barisch in Prague in the 17th century. Why does this book still resist reading by scholars and code breakers? The book begins with neat script on vellum. The writing flows left to right in joined signs. The signs look like letters, but they match no known alphabet. The text has many repeated patterns that feel linguistic. The manuscript contains dozens of drawings in ink and paint. Some pages show plants and herbs, other pages show circular charts, naked bathing figures. The combination of text and image deepens the puzzle. People call it Voynich after Wilfrid Voynich, who found and publicized the manuscript in 1912 in Italy. The tone here must be calm and precise. We will move from evidence to mystery. Give dates and places when they matter. Be cautious about claims. Note both the data and the wonder it inspires. Name real studies and real scholars, and not assert a final answer. We will end with a question that invites further thought. The manuscript came to modern notice from a library sale. Wilfrid Voynich bought it in 1912 from an Italian source. Before that, it had older notes and letters attached. A clear owner in the 17th century was Georg Barisch in Prague. Barisch wrote letters asking others to help read it. The manuscript later passed to Johannes Marcus Marci of Prague, who sent the book to Athanasius Kircher in Rome in 1666. Marci's letter of 1666 records that he sent the book to Kircher. Kircher kept a copy of Marci's letter in his files in Rome. Kircher tried to read it and sought help from others. The book likely moved across Italy and Central Europe several times. Several marginal notes and bindings reflect these moves. Handwritten annotations in Latin and other hands appear on the pages. These marks form a partial provenance for the early modern period. Several owners' marks help trace the manuscript's path. Booksellers and collectors left notes when they handled it. Wilfrid Voynich himself showed it in Milan, Rome, 1915 to 1917. Voynich then brought it to England and later to the United States. After Voynich's death, the book passed through private hands. These links tell us where scholars looked for context. They also show how books travel with collectors and chance. The manuscript's small notes remain a clue to its earlier world and remind us that books move through human hands and tastes. They also point to the need for archival work in old collections. Each trace is a step toward understanding its origin. Wilfrid Voynich first brought the book to public attention in 1912. He organized sales, exhibitions to attract readers, and promoted the manuscript as a rare and curious volume. He hoped that the right scholar would reveal its text. Voynich corresponded widely with historians, linguists, but no decisive reading appeared in his lifetime. After his death, the manuscript's path continued through collectors. In 1961, Hans P. Krauss, a prominent rare book dealer in New York, bought the manuscript from Voynich's estate. Krauss placed the Voynich in public view, yet kept it chiefly as a rare object of curiosity. His ownership helped sustain scholarly interest and publicity. In 1969, Krauss donated the manuscript to Yale University. Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library became its home. The library created a dedicated calling number, MS-408. Beinecke catalogued, conserved, and digitized the book. The library allows careful study under supervision. Digital images now enable global access for researchers. This move transformed the manuscript from private curiosity to public resource. Its archive at Yale holds the physical object and its digital shadow. The manuscript's presence at Beinecke anchors its modern scholarly life. The Voynich manuscript has about 240 vellum pages. Some folios are missing, making the work incomplete. The pages are creamy and show the grain of animal skin. Ink lines were drawn first and then colored in places. Pigments include greens, browns, reds, yellows. The quire structure shows medieval binding methods. Margins show notes, later hands from several periods. The volume is compact yet richly decorated. The text is written in a neat, flowing script. The characters are consistent across pages and hands. They form words, separated by distinct spaces. There is no clear alignment with any known alphabet. The script's regularity argues against crude forgery and makes many scholars treat the text as intentional. The ink shows age appropriate to the radiocarbon date. Many pages include ruled lines and careful layout. The scribe planned columns and text blocks before writing. Some pages include small marginal symbols, stars. Some folios show corrections and overwritten letters. The paint sometimes flaked or faded, revealing underdrawing. The vellum bears folio numbers in modern hands, not original. All these physical traits offer clues to production techniques. Conservation studies examined inks and pigments chemically, using non-invasive spectroscopy and microscopy. Those studies found medieval recipes for inks and pigments, matching 15th century European materials. Such evidence reduces the likelihood of modern forgery and supports the vellum's radiocarbon dating. Still, material evidence cannot by itself reveal meaning. The manuscript groups images by theme across sections. One large section shows plant drawings and herbs. These folios look like a herbal compendium or a botanical compendium. Many plant forms are stylized rather than precise. Some plants resemble real European herbs, others resemble exotic or hybrid forms not easily identified. The drawings often pair plant images with text entries. The botanical pages suggest medicinal intent or cataloging intent. Another set of pages shows circular star charts, zodiac-like images. Those charts contain stars, constellations, numbered limbs. They evoke medieval astronomy and astrology in form. The diagrams include concentric circles and radiating lines. Certain constellations resemble medieval star maps loosely. Scholars debate whether they reflect practical astronomy or symbolic art. A striking section shows small naked figures in pools and tubes. These bathing scenes include pipes, tubs, and connected channels. They may show baths, female health, or regenerative rituals. Bathing imagery has medieval links to medicine and humoral theory. The link between water and stars appears on some folios. Together, these images create a sense of life, body, and cosmos. Encyclopedic, yet opaque and suggestive. Georg Baresch in Prague sought help in the 1600s, writing to contacts to ask whether the script could be read. Johannes Marcus Marci later sent the manuscript to Athanasius Kircher. Kircher was a Jesuit scholar with an interest in codes and languages. He tried to read the text, associated it with Coptic and Egyptian, but failed to provide a clear translation or key. His attempt put the manuscript into broader scholarly view. Kircher's files preserve the book's early modern trail. 19th century collectors and antiquaries studied the book. Wilfrid Voynich displayed it to various experts. Philologists, botanists, historians examined portions. Some thought they saw loanwords or cognates. Others found the script refractory and unlike any known language. During World War II, several cryptologists examined the text. None produced a convincing, peer-reviewed decipherment. Post-war professional linguists tried statistical analysis, frequency, syntax, recurring patterns. They produced useful data on structure but not on meaning. The manuscript resisted conventional methods of decipherment. Scholars published notes, small articles, conference papers, specialized and cautious. No definitive reading passed peer review, sharpening its reputation as unsolved. From the late 20th century, computers joined the search. Statistical linguistics mapped word frequencies and structures. Researchers studied entropy, repeating sequences, word lengths. Some measures look close to natural language. Other measures appear unlike typical Indo-European texts. Machine-readable transcriptions like EVA enabled consistent computational study. Teams used more powerful tools, network analysis to test how words connect across pages, pattern recognition for glyph clusters, and syntax rules. Some studies claimed a hoax, others a constructed or encoded language. AI models can suggest alignments but not definitive translations. Multispectral imaging enhanced faded text, revealing underdrawings and erased marks, separating pigments and showing preparatory sketches. These images help codicologists and paleographers. Digital humanities platforms and open datasets let independent teams test hypotheses. Still, computational tools have limits. Statistics describe structure but not meaning. Pattern matching suggests borrowings but not proof. AI finds correlations, not causation. Human expertise in history, paleography, and botany remains crucial. The best progress comes from combining tools with archival scholarship. Even then, the manuscript resists neat closure. Theory 1. An unknown natural language in an extinct script. 4. The text shows structure like real languages, against no clear cognates or grammar matching known families. Theory 2. A cipher hiding another language. 4. Medieval code-making existed, and Kircher sought such texts. Against long runs and the statistical profile resist typical ciphers. Theory 3. A constructed language or private idiom. For constructed scripts occur in history. Against, the book's length and coherence demand great effort. Theory 4. A hoax or glossolalia with no meaning. 4. Some repetition could be algorithmic nonsense. Against, material evidence and consistent layout argue for deliberate craft. Theory 5. An encyclopedia of mixed knowledge. Herbal, astrological, medical. 4. Images fit medieval medicine and nature law. Against, mismatched plants and odd charts complicate direct reading. Arguments for medieval origin include radiocarbon dating and pigment analysis. Arguments for complexity include consistent script and long compositional planning. Arguments against hoax include physical evidence tying the book to the 15th century. Arguments against clear meaning include lack of external keys, parallel manuscripts, or translations. No single theory yet resolves every piece of evidence without difficulty. Scholars must weigh material facts and textual patterns together. The debate often reflects disciplinary angles. Linguists focus on structure, historians on provenance, conservators on materials, computer scientists on models. A balanced assessment requires each viewpoint so the manuscript is treated as both object and text. Radiocarbon dating of the vellum is central to modern claims. Tests in the early 2000s placed the parchment at 1404 to 1438. These results anchor the manuscript to the early 15th century. Pigment and ink analysis has corroborated medieval materials, reducing the chance of a modern forgery. Statistical studies have mapped the text's internal order, entropy measures, Zipfian distributions, word networks, showing both language-like and unusual features. They do not provide a translation, but do limit some hypotheses. The text is not a trivial string of random signs. AI and machine learning offer new promise, but also pitfalls. Models can search for patterns and find plausible mappings to known languages, suggest candidate readings for glyph clusters, but they can overfit, finding patterns that are not meaningful. AI requires good training data and a solid theoretical anchor. Without that, outputs are suggestive rather than decisive. Fieldwork in archives and libraries remains vital. Unnoticed marginalia or old inventories might mention similar books. Until external links appear, the manuscript stands largely alone. Science tightens constraints but may not finish the story. Cross-disciplinary work remains necessary. The Voynich manuscript matters for many good reasons. It is a real object made by real hands in the early 15th century. It shows craft, planning, and a consistent visual program. It tests our methods for reading the past. It challenges our categories of language, art, and code. It forces collaboration across history, linguistics, and computer science. It teaches caution about quick claims and sensational headlines. It also teaches patience, the value of careful, shared methods. The manuscript keeps inspiring wonder in scholars and the public. That feeling is as important as any analytic claim. Wonder opens new questions, new lines of inquiry. It keeps investigators returning with fresh tools and fresh eyes. So we close where we began, with a clear fact and a question. The book is real, dated to about 1404 to 1438 in Europe. It remains unread in any confident way by scholars. What single discovery, an archival note, a matching scrap, a key phrase, could turn this silence into speech?